What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Nocterra issue number 13. This will be the only indie comic that we're covering today, but we will be covering some Marvel comics to get caught up on some backlog stuff. As we jump into issue number 13, this is easily becoming one of my favorite indie comics. Now, I might be a little bit biased since issue 1 I have absolutely adored this series. It is a story that continues to keep on giving. I must say that Scott Snyder has absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. So far, what we have seen is the Sundog Colony back together, but the Shades are more powerful than they have ever been. The battle for Eos is raging on. Being only miles away from the destination, they ran into an old adversary, one they believed had died back at Luna. That, of course, is none other than Blacktop Bill. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up exactly where the last issue had dropped us off. The Sundog convoy stopped by a bunch of Shades, and the one in command of all these Shades is Blacktop Bill. Now, Val and him, most of the Sundog convoy, they believed that he was dead. Val watched him go down, but they also see that he has evolved. He has become something more. Not taking any chances, they hit the gas. They go to run him over, but Blacktop Bill, he stops it dead in its tracks. Because he's not here to hurt them. At least not initially. He gives us a story of what happened to him. Because deep in those waters, that is where he met Nox. Nox is like the supreme Shade. The Overlord Shade, the one in charge of everything. And when Bill met Nox, he found something or someone that shared his ideals, just on a much bigger scale. Someone that could be his sensei, a master, maybe even a mentor to him. And so Nox took him in. He gave him a new gig, a new look, completely transforming him into the monster that we see today. And he loves his new job so much that he has come to offer the Sundog convoy an opportunity. He has come to make them an offer he believes they cannot refuse. And if you guys remember, Amori was connected to all of this. When he almost became a Shade, he could see into their mind and they could see into his. And so Bill goes on talking about the people at Eos, how they are exactly like Amori's parents, the ones that had abandoned him originally. The people of Eos, they left the whole world to die in the dark. What he is trying to do is convince them to help him and the other Shades get into Eos. If they do this, then Nox will grant them something similar to what Blacktop Bill now is. If they refuse, this doesn't matter. One way or another, they are going to join the cause. And Bill thinks that he has the upper hand, believing that Bellwether's truck is the only one that has a heavy gun on it big enough to deal with these Shades. What he wasn't aware of is them upgrading. When they were at Argus, they picked up some spare parts. This is where we see the giant cannon just go off. They fire that weapon and Blacktop's head, it opens up like a can of sardines. But this doesn't kill him. He is still very much alive. A direct shot from this heavy gun going straight through his head, opening it clean the heck up. And he is still able to smile, still able to talk, and he is getting ready to take down the Sundog convoy. But the Sundogs took this as an opportunity to hightail it out of here. They put the pedal to the metal and they hightailed it as far as they could, with M almost blowing the engine on this rig. Val lets it be known that they have made it far enough away, that they are closing in on Eos and they need to bring down the RPMs before the engine just blows up. And it doesn't take long, but they have finally reached their destination. They have reached Eos, a giant metal dome coming out of the ground. But there is only one problem. There are thousands upon thousands of Shades that are trying to break in. There is no way that they could even get close to this facility. The only person that even has a small chance is Val. That is because of the nano coating over her body, what turned her into a silhouette. This prevents the shades from being able to detect her. She will be able to move right through the crowd completely unnoticed. But if there is a small cut, just a drop of blood, they will instantly sense it and they will attack. Val obviously still willing to go and do this, no matter the cost, no matter the risk. Making her way through the crowd, she goes up to a small spot in the dirt. She is directly on the coordinates that she had been given, believing maybe there's a hatch, maybe there's a doorway. She starts to dig at the ground, looking for anything that might give them entrance into Eos. But while she digs, some thorns on a vine, they cut her hand. Just small drops of blood, but they are now coming for her. All of these shades turn on her and they start charging. While Val tries to run away, there is no way that she is able to get out of here. And so Amori, he launches every weapon that they have, shooting the heavy cannons, launching anything and everything at these monsters. While Val tells them to turn back, that they are going to jeopardize everything and their lives. The Sundog convoy doesn't stop. This is when the ground under Val, it begins to move. A giant trapdoor opens up, and the entire convoy, they fall into it. As they make their way through the facility, they see a blinding light. Not sure where they are, what this place is, or what's going on. That's when we see a bunch of giant beings made of what looks like pure light. And they tell the Sundog convoy that this is Eos. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Unfortunately, this one was just far too short. Now there's a couple panels in here that really dive into M's backstory, focusing on his biological parents, the ones that had left him pretty much for dead. And it's really playing with the idea that before all of this happened, before the darkness took over, Amori, he already understood the worst side of humanity. And I honestly didn't expect him to get to Eos so easily. This makes me feel like what happens next is going to be relatively big. Now the idea is that they get to Eos and they should be able to restart the sun. They should be able to bring the light back. But obviously there's going to be something that prevents this. And these beings that are at Eos, there's a possibility that these could be evolved humans. But there's also the possibility that this could be alien life. We've already learned that Nox and all the other shades are essentially parasites. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for the people at Eos to also be in fact some kind of alien race. Maybe they escaped their planet from the Shades. They came to Earth in preparation for what is about to come. And of course, that's all speculation right now. I'm hoping with the next issue that we're gonna get tons and tons of detail about all of this. About Eos, about Nox, about the Shades, about the way the world is and how the light being brought back is even possible. But something tells me that this story, it is just getting started. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Nocterra. Be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.